All Jennifer Lopez had to do was marry a white boy Oscar winner for people to stop remembering that she had a gun in her pocketbook. She had gunshot residue on her hands the night that Natanya was shot. For all we know, that bullet came from the gun that was in her hand. And not once has she spoken up for the betterment of that woman. Not once has she donated to her family or for her medical bills that she's still paying. Say something in her defense to stop Puffy from gaslighting her and trying to put hits out on her because he was afraid that maybe one day they would open the case and she still has the bullet fragments in her face. Like J.Lo has said nothing. I'm outside.
Yeah, you outside. The other
like
person,
us.
they not like it.
The already complicated relationship between Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck has been further strained by recent developments in Diddy's legal issues. Reports have surfaced indicating that Affleck testified against Diddy in connection with severe charges, including those pertaining to Diddy's previous difficulties. Lopez and Affleck's already delicate relationship was purportedly made more difficult by this evidence, which was being scrutinized because of Lopez's previous connection with Diddy. J.Lo is just, I don't know, every man she has dated has said the same thing, with the exception of Diddy. He is the only one who has said that she was a wonderful girlfriend and that she messed it up. How come the only man in her life has regrets about their relationship with everyone else has run for the hills, as if no one else has noticed that everyone else who has left her has realized that she is too, that she is this, that she is that, but did he say she was perfect? Maybe what happens if your perfection is limited to the devil? What the hell does it make you, God? God, Jaguar Wright, who is well known for making audacious remarks about prominent members of the business, has also weighed in, suggesting that Jennifer Lopez could be trying to protect Diddy from legal action. Fallout said that Lopez's marriage to Affleck raised the issue of whether she was trying to separate herself from Diddy's mounting scandals. Notwithstanding these charges, Lopez has not publicly addressed the rights issues that have generated a tremendous deal of interest from the public. Jennifer Lopez Pio is at last being held responsible for her role in the devastation done to Natana. Do you believe they will file charges against Jennifer Lopez, who committed perjury, and the lawyer who was defending the defense in that Saborn perjury the final time, Ruben's life? Many people are now conjecturing, based on my research, that Jennifer Lopez's career is connected to Diddy's legal disputes. Despite Lopez's estrangement from Diddy years ago, their shared history, particularly the notorious 1999 nightclub shooting, continues to plague her public image, and Diddy's legal troubles have brought her back into the public eye. Since Diddy's arrest, the subject has come up again, leading many to reevaluate Lopez's possible knowledge of or role in the event. This is J.Lo, sometimes known as Jenny from the block. I'm not sure where she acquired the moniker, but it could have anything to do with the whole club incident from the late 90s with P. Diddy and Shine, where someone ended up getting in the face. But my girl Jaguar Wright was really talking about how J.Lo tries to distance herself from those kinds of situations, and how Benny Medina actually took her away from P and paired her with someone else. All Jennifer Lopez needed to do was marry an Oscar-winning white boy for people to forget that she carried a gun in her wallet and that there was gunshot residue on her clothes. Her hands the night Natalie was shot at that club. For all we know, the bullet originated from the gun she was holding. She has never raised her voice for the betterment of that woman, donated to her family, paid her medical bills, or defended herself against Puffy's attempts to gaslight her and put out hits because he was afraid that perhaps one day the case would be opened and she would still have bullet fragments in her face, as per J.Lo's theory. Implies that Lopez may have thought that getting married to Affleck would help her get away from the controversy surrounding Diddy, but she also hinted that this tactic would not work given the seriousness of the allegations against Diddy and the continuing investigations. Wright's remarks raise a more general query: is Lopez able to properly remove herself from Diddy's legacy while maintaining her public persona? You really believed that they were just fleeing away in the midst of all the chaos, and that being married to Ben would get you out of the fall of Diddy? Do you agree with Jaguar? Or do you believe that this is only a coincidence? It's your boy, Brian. Immense admiration due to Diddy's current legal issues. The 1999 nightclub shooting in which Lopez and Diddy were temporarily imprisoned has come to light. Although Lopez was exonerated of any responsibility at the time, the latest arrest has reignited rumors about her role. According to some accounts, Diddy and Lopez may both be the subject of further inquiries into this incident, especially in light of Diddy's growing legal issues.
Jaguar Wright told us that J.Lo is going to be investigated with Diddy. Jaguar Wright said that Diddy and J.Lo are both going to be investigated for the 1999 nightclub shooting where the victim said that Diddy pow-powed her in the face. Jaguar Wright said that there was a Law & Order SUV episode that was made depicting the truth about what really happened that night at the nightclub and who was all involved, and how a rapper was made to take the fall even though it really wasn't him, and how they tried to get this woman away from having to testify. And she said that this episode depicted the truth about what really happened that night, and then Law & Order SUV took this episode down and then scrubbed it. So I went ahead and did a little bit of digging, and I did find out that there was a Law & Order episode called 3 Dog Night, Season 12, Episode 9, that was inspired by Diddy's involvement in the shooting-related investigation. So me being curious and wanting to watch this episode, I went ahead and did a little bit of research, and it said that I could watch the 3 Dogs Night episode on Peacock. So I went to Season 12, Episode 9, as you can see right here, and it says this is the episode called Gray. This episode is not the episode called 3 Dogs Night, which was honestly really weird, because why were they so adamant on taking this episode off the air? Jaguar Wright was saying that in this episode of Law & Order SVU that J.Lo was depicted as an actual accomplice, and she was taking part in these crimes. So I went and did a little bit of digging because I found this super weird, and it said back in the day Lopez may have had a hand in Puffy's case, says an eyewitness. Jaguar Wright also said that in this episode that they were hiding the woman that was depicted to be J.Lo out, that way she wouldn't have to testify. And as you can see here, I pulled up another article. Lopez won't testify in Combs' gun trial. Jennifer Lopez says she will not take the stand at the weapons trial against former boyfriend and rap mogul Sean Puffy Combs.
As Diddy's scandals become worse, some people assume that Lopez is working behind the scenes to save her reputation. Over the years, Lopez has deliberately separated herself from Diddy, but it's still unclear if she's still connected to him because of unsolved legal issues. Public perception is important to Lopez, and some people believe that her silence regarding Diddy's arrest is an attempt to avoid a negative reputation. As I worked through the Diddy lawsuit, I came across this. If you were around in the 1990s, you probably know what it's about. Mr. Cole shared that he is responsible for the pow pow in the New York City nightclub with rapper Shyne. Yes, Shyne is that artist, and Mr. Combs' girlfriend at the time, Jennifer Lopez, also known as J.Lo, carried the pow pow into the club for him and passed him the pow pow after he got into a fight with someone else. This just aggravates him greatly. Mr. Combs has continuously said that he has enormous influence over law enforcement and the music business. Mr. Combs made it clear that his head of security is Mahab. Mr. Mahab is what they call and has the power to make people and problems disappear. So we all know that Shyne was 21 when he was convicted of murder, assault, and reckless engagement, and he was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Yes, 10. Diddy, on the other hand, got his charges dropped stemming from the shooting. By 2003, Shyne was dropped from Diddy's Bad Boy Records, and 1 year later he publicly said Diddy betrayed him. And we all know now, this is from VI magazine now. After Shyne was released, he went on a bunch of interviews, and one interview he did was Drink Champs with Noor and The Conversation. Topic everybody wanted to talk about was the infamous 1990 shooting at New York City nightclub and the trial involving him, and now on numerous occasions in the past rape return. Politician has spoken out against Diddy, his former CEO, and how he avoided prison time while Shyne did a bid for 10 years for his role in the pow pow. However, he since had changed heart, revealing that he no longer holds a grudge against Diddy. I don't really blame him as much as I did before. Shyne continues. Shyne apologized to Nori and Dijon NF, saying that I did go through a period of bitterness. Although years have passed, Lopez's relationship with Diddy from 1999 to 2001 has remained a topic of interest. This is especially true as Diddy's legal issues become more pressing. Given the historical significance of their relationship and the possibility of new revelations in the ongoing investigations, many are wondering why Lopez has not publicly discussed Diddy's arrest.
We have lots of plans for Nuvo, for Fuse, and what we're gonna do. It's gonna be an exciting time.
Did Puff call you and say congratulations? Or did he call you say, bitch?
He did say he did email me and say congratulations. Yes, he did. Yes.
All right,
and I know he, was in the bidding. I didn't know he was in the bidding until very close to the end.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea that they were doing that. And I was kind of like, why is he doing that? Like, I was like, all of a sudden, it was just like, now he's just my friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want my friend doing that. But at the end of the day, we got it, and I was very excited.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah.
So
That's when Affleck's choice to testify against Diddy has complicated his marriage to Lopez even more. Rumor has it that Affleck's participation in the case may have been motivated by worries about Lopez's relationship to Diddy's legal troubles. Some people assume that since Affleck was already uneasy with Lopez's previous relationships to Diddy, he found the latest accusations to be too much to bear. This uneasiness may have contributed to their reported breakup. We had heard speculations about Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck's impending divorce, but now it's real. J.Lo filed first, and they didn't have a prenuptial agreement. She also filed herself without a lawyer. The date of separation is listed as April 26th, and obviously we know they got married in Vegas, but then they had that Georgia wedding, and today is actually the anniversary for the Georgia wedding, so she filed technically on her 2-year anniversary. Likely on purpose symbolism, you know what I'm saying. My opinion is I assume that this was pre-planned and everybody knew what was going to happen. I don't think it's going to be like a shock to him. I'm guessing if she filed without an attorney then. They've already discussed what's going to happen and they'll split up whatever they want to split up. Likely there's not much to split up, right? They already sold their home. I'm sad about it. It's for the best, it's for the best. But wait, I just thought about it for a second. They have a movie coming out soon, and allegedly they have a movie coming out soon, and when they do that press tour, it is going to be a crazy press tour. Affleck's testimony could be viewed as a significant turning point in his relationship with Lopez back in the early Ben days, because there's a Ben. There's the before Ben, and then the now Ben. We actually have a soundbite from your 2002 album. You're talking about your relationship with him. Let's take a quick peek at that. Oh boy, feel like you have a partner. You know what I mean? Somebody standing by your side who supports you and is your best friend. Nothing is Chang, isn't that I say the same thing now, but you feel that way about him now. I do. It's been rumored that they are like not doing well separating. He was like photographed without his wedding band on, but then they've been seen together ever since like it. Wouldn't be surprising to me if they got divorced, yeah, if they just like weren't doing well and she liked something on Instagram that was like very weird. It was like a carousel yes of what you need in a relationship or something like that. Okay, that's a tall tale sign, random Instagram account. She's saving it for later, yeah. She's like, you got to read this, yeah. And it was like your partner doesn't like spend time with you, like it was all stuff like that. And she liked it. I was like J.Lo Diddy's arrest. And the resurgence of old scandals have been suggested as major sources of tension between the couple, despite the fact that both have remained relatively silent about the reasons behind their breakup. What are you doing well? Perhaps she needs to return to her bodega and get back to her roots and calm down. Ben Affleck, 51, is prepared to quit his 2-year marriage, even going so far as to say that his choice to be married was caused by temporary insanity. The actor, who has been spotted spending quality time alone with 54-year-old Jennifer Lopez recently, has reportedly come to his senses after falling so deeply in love that he was unable to think clearly. He now feels that his mind is clear and he can move on, quoting page 6. If there was a way to divorce on grounds of temporary insanity, he would end. J.Lo is allegedly speaking with Ben's ex-wife Jennifer Garner to keep him from relapsing. The source said, quote, he feels like the last 2 years were just a fever dream, and he's come to his senses now and understand there's just no way this is going to work. End quote. Lopez may be attempting to exert control as a result of growing pressure. The story begins by severing her ties to both Diddy and Affleck at the same time, and the smear campaign has begun. Jennifer Lopez's pals claim that the singer attempted to save their failing relationship, but Ben Affleck has a darker side. He has definitely been shy in the past, but let's examine this present circumstance. Page 6 reports that he was seen with Kick Kennedy at the Polo Lounge. 36-year-old presidential candidate's daughter Kennedy, Robert F. Ben has a darkness that no one can heal, even his ex-wife is unable to address. Jennifer does not believe in the sort of big love that Ben possesses in his DNA. Then, according to Jennifer Gardner, when the sun shines on you, you feel it. When the sun shines somewhere else though, it's cold, and he can cast quite a shadow. J.Lo filed a claim that if Ben cheated, it would come to light, and that man is for the streets, but I believe she's trying to control the narrative and paint Ben in a negative light. Ben, I don't believe she's ready to accept accountability for how she truly messed up when she showed those love letters. In light of Diddy's accusations, what do you believe the music industry's prospects are? Do you believe Jennifer is guilty? We know Cassie is a part of the federal investigation, but what about the other women? Could they have been inadvertently brought into the case, throwing gasoline to the flames? Sud Knight, the former CEO of Death Row Records, has sparked rumors regarding Lopez and Diddy's history, suggesting that some of Lopez's present problems may have their origins in their previous relationship. Knight's remarks have increased awareness of the current inquiry and the possibility that Lopez would be connected to it or forced into legal disputes as a consequence. Sue Knight, a former record executive, stated that Jennifer Lopez's presence in photos the FBI saw during a raid on Shadi Cohen's residence was the reason for Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez's divorce. Knight thinks Ben Affleck was given recordings from the raid by the FBI, which seemed to show J.Lo engaging in dubious behavior. Affleck's decision to testify may seem even more significant in light of the revelations that over 100 people have come forward with allegations against Diddy, painting a dark picture of his behavior during the height of his career. Prosecutors have revealed that Jennifer Lopez's management team was reportedly on high alert and holding crisis talks to strategize in case she gets entangled in the ongoing criminal investigation surrounding her ex. The wall of silence has finally been broken, and victims are coming forward. Our team has had more than 3,285 people contact us at this point claiming individuals claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs. After vetting, we now represent 120 people who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against C. Diddy Combs, as well as claims against many other individuals and entities. The enablers who enabled this conduct behind closed doors are the ones we will pursue this matter, no matter who the evidence implicates. These brave victims who have stepped forward deserve nothing less. Lopez's decision to stay quiet is noteworthy, particularly in light of the fact that many are waiting for her to respond to these charges and any potential relationship she may now have to music mogul Shah Diddy Combs. We are hearing about victims who claim they were minors when they were allegedly assaulted by the music star, with the youngest purportedly just 9 years old. Attorneys representing over 100 alleged victims have made these allegations public today, and they are getting ready to file a lawsuit. Let's bring in NBC News entertainment correspondent Chloe Massachusetts to discuss these new allegations. We know there is a press conference going on right now, and we have a live picture of it. Some people believe Lopez is positioning herself as a strong, independent woman who controls her narrative, but with Affleck's testimony and Diddy's arrest, this may prove more difficult than she anticipated. Public opinion suggests that Lopez is trying to maintain control of her life and public image despite the chaos surrounding her relationship with Affleck.
As you guys know, right now, Jennifer Lopez is also being blasted and called out everywhere because of the Diddy situation. As you guys know, years and years and years ago, they used to date. J.Lo was also in trouble because of a certain incident that happened with Diddy. You guys know what I'm talking about, I'm sure of it. Well, this new video is circulating and check it out.
$10 says Ben Affleck knew this was all about to go down and that J.Lo was about to be indicted along with all the rest of them. And he said, I'm not going down for what you did in the 90s.
So yeah, people are talking about this, and pretty much is what she's saying is she thinks that Ben Affleck divorced J.Lo because of her history with Diddy. And Ben knew like all this stuff was about to go down, and he's like, yo, I'm not gonna be married to a woman who's connected to this, so peace out. That's what she's.
Though it's unclear if this is accurate, the fact that the couple split up during Diddy's arrest begs the questions of how much of an impact these scandals had on their relationship, whether Affleck felt burdened by Lopez's past relationship with Diddy, and how Lopez would handle these difficult times moving forward. Waters, as more information about Diddy's legal troubles surfaced, Ben Affleck actually left J.Lo recently due to these accusations. Is there even any evidence or worry that Pastor T.D. Jakes is a bad guy? Well, I'm getting right there, so there's this long list that Diddy claimed he wasn't going down alone. A while back, Cat Williams, a well-known comedian in the black community, appeared on a podcast where he essentially just regurgitated all of this information. That was so valid. He told them God was on their side and the other side would collapse in 2024. He also mentioned that he had been offered $50 million times to participate in these Diddy parties and essentially be sodomized, but he had turned it down each time to further his career. In a 2015 appearance on The Wendy Williams Show, Cat Williams revealed that he had turned down offers to help him achieve his goals. Wendy Williams joked that Jennifer Lopez would make up with Diddy, and Jennifer Lopez's mother, Guadalupe Rodriguez, made it very obvious that she disapproved of her daughter's previous connection with Diddy. Guadalupe's response was swift and direct. Apparently, J.Lo's mother was never a fan of her and puffy dating. There was a time when J.Lo appeared on The Wendy Williams Show, and her mother was in the audience. Wendy asked J.Lo about it. She asked her about ever rekindling that flame. You can see J.Lo looking at her mother,